h of x. Then to find the value for this function, so this is equal to f of x, then plus the g of x. Then substitute now the value for f of x. So that's 3x squared minus 5x plus 2, then plus the g of x. So we have 5x squared minus 4. Then to simplify, so combine like terms. So this 3x squared and positive 5x squared. So this is 8x squared. Then for this negative 5x, so bring down minus 5x. Then positive 2, negative 4, negative 2. So this is now the value for this function. Then for this function, so this is equal to g of x minus f of x. Then substitute now the value for g of x. So we have 5x squared minus 4. Then minus, so since minus, we need to put the second function inside the parentheses. So f of x, so this is 3x squared minus 5x plus 2. Then to simplify, so we need to distribute this negative. So this becomes negative 3x squared, negative times negative. So we have positive 5x, then negative 2. Then combine like terms. So this 5x squared and negative 3x squared. This is positive 2x squared. Then bring down this positive 5x. And for this negative 4, negative 2, that's negative 6. So this is now the value for this function. Then for this function, so this is equal to g of 2 minus h of 2. So first, we need to find the value for this g of 2 from g of x, but x is equal to positive 2. So this becomes 5 times 2 to the power 2 minus 4. Then this is 5. 2 to the power 2 is 4 minus 4. Then 5 times 4, this one is 20 minus 4. So g of 2 is equal to positive 16. Then we also need to find the value for h of 2. So h of 2 from h of x, but x is equal to positive 2. So we have the square root of 2 times 2 minus 3. Then this is the square root of 4 minus 3. And this is square root of 1. So therefore, h of 2 is equal to positive 1. Then this time, we can find out the value for this function. So we have g of 2, that's 16, then minus h of 2, so that's positive 1. So therefore, this function is equal to positive 15. Then for this function, so this is equal to g of x, then times the f of x. Then substitute now the values. So for g of x, so this is 5x squared minus 4, then times for f of x, that's 3x squared minus 5x plus 2. Then we can apply now the distributive property. So 5x squared times 3x squared. So this is 15. then x to the power 4. So add the exponents, then 5x squared times negative 5x. So this is negative 25, then x to the power 3, and 5x squared times 2, so positive 10, then x to the power 2, then this negative 4 times 3x squared, so this is negative 12, x to the power 2, negative 4 times negative 5, so we have positive 20, then x, and negative 4 times 2, so we have negative 8. Then we can combine now like terms. So for this 15, x to the power 4, so bring down. So 15, x to the power 4. Then for this negative 25x squared, also bring down. So minus 25, x to the power 3. Then this positive 10x squared and negative 12x squared. So 10 minus 12, this is negative 2, then x to the power 2, then bring down, plus 20x minus 8. So this is now the value for the given function. Then for this function, so this is equal to f of negative 1, then times the g of negative 1. So first, we need to find the value for f of negative 1 from f of x, and x is equal to negative 1. So this becomes 3 times negative 1 to the power 2, then minus 5 times negative 1, then plus 2. Then to simplify, so this is 3 times 1. This is positive 5, then plus 2. Then we have 3 plus 5 plus 2. So therefore, f of negative 1 is equal to positive 10. Then for this g of negative 1, so from g of x, so we have 5 times negative 1 to the power 2, then minus 4. And this is 5 times 1 minus 4. So we have 5 minus 4. So therefore, g of negative 1 is equal to positive 1. So this time we can solve now this function. So substitute now the value for f of negative 1. That's positive 10, then times the g of negative 1, that's positive 1. So therefore, this function is equal to positive 10. Then for this function, so this is equal to f of negative 2, then over the g of negative 2. So first, we need to find the value for f of negative 2 from f of x. So we have 3 times x is negative 2 to the power 2 minus 5 times negative 2, then plus 2. And this is 3 times negative 2 to the power 2. This is 4. Negative 5 times 2, that's positive 10, then plus 2. Then 3 times 4, this is 12, plus 10 plus 2. So therefore, f of negative 2 is equal to positive 24. Then for this g of negative 2 from g of x, so we have 5 times negative 2 to the power 2 minus 4. Then this is 5 times, so negative 2 to the power 2, this is positive 4 minus 4. Then 5 times 4, this one is 20 minus 4. So therefore, g of negative 2 is equal to positive 16. So to find out the value for this function, so substitute the value for f of negative 2, that's 24, then over the g of negative 2, that's 16, then reduce, so this is divisible by 8. So 24 divided by 8, this one is 3, then over 16 divided by 8, this one is 2. So the function is equal to 3 over 2.